Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Addie P's Real Estate Tea. If you're watching this video, it means that you made it. We are starting a awesome new year off, 2021. Great things in real estate, great things in general. So if you are watching this video, you like what you hear, please do your girl a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It really helps your girl out. Also subscribe to this channel. Hit the bell notification to be notified of future videos on this channel. And you already know, if you're watching your girl from Instagram in 2021, drop her a heart, show her some love. All right. I hope you all had an awesome start to your new year. Hopefully there were some nice festivities and just good positive vibes. Well, just wanted to delve into this 2021 housing outlook. A couple industry experts that I follow. Number one is the NAR chief economist, Lawrence Yun, and also Realtor.com's chief economist, Danielle Hale. And there are a host of others that I also look at what they have to say. And basically, 2021 is looking pretty good. Okay, definitely seeing some some of the same trends that we saw in 2020. Number one trend that we are going to continue to see, which is not that great from the buyer side, is a remaining the continued, low inventory rates. We will continue to see that according to chief economists, and they're saying that we will continue to see that trend following us through 2021. They did, however, predict that we may towards the end of 2021 see some more inventory hit. So it's kind of a good thing in a sense. From a buyer side, I don't know if I want to wait until the end of the year, obviously, especially if I've been looking for several months. Like, unfortunately, some buyers have been and just unable to find something. Housing affordability, it has been kind of an issue depending on certain marketplaces. Of course, we know that real estate is local, so some real estate markets may be affected more so than others. I know here in the Greater Lehigh Valley, where I practice real estate, we have definitely seen some great gains in regard to the median sales price. So that definitely affects how much house you can afford if you are a first-time home buyer coming out and so forth. We also have to look for some indicators, some underlying things in regard to the economy. We may see a shift with some buying habits and so forth, and even some selling, and what type of real estate that is being offered, depending on how things work out with the job market in the first quarter. We know that the fourth quarter, the ending quarter of 2020, we did see some heightening unemployment due to some lockdowns with the virus kind of, ticking up in numbers and so forth. So that may play a bit of a part in how we go into this first quarter of 2021, but we'll definitely have to look and see how that all pans out. Now, the speaking on median sales price, it is expected to continue to rise, however, more at a decent pace as far as 5 to 6% industry experts are predicting, opposed to its meteoric double-digit rise, which was during 2020, where we saw, huge gains in the pricing. So definitely a good thing. Still, from a seller's perspective, we are continuing to see real estate prices rise. So like I said, that is a good thing. And again, we still have that demand with buyer activity and so forth. So definitely great thing for a seller. As I've said before in my previous videos, if you're looking to sell your home, This is now a good time to capitalize on that, with this being a seller's market. Now, as I said, although it is continued inventory wise to remain, fairly low, they're saying by the end of 2021, we may see, more sellers hitting the market and listing their properties. I said earlier, a property type, depending on how things go, because don't forget, we still do kind of have that underlying, foreclosure type activity going on. Depending on how that pendulum swings with the economy, we could see a little bit more short sales and foreclosures hit the market. Again, it really depends on what goes on in that particular sector of housing. But we'll continue to keep our eyes on it and see where those chips may fall. Okay. Now, as far as the industry as a whole, they're saying that they anticipate at some point, the latter part of 2021, for it to become more balanced, as far as buyer and seller activity. Right now, we have a super high demand. Our buyer pool definitely outweighs our sellers. So it's kind of unbalanced, and hence why we, like I said, have a seller's market. But they're anticipating that that may even out, flatten out a bit more in 2021. Again, something for us to keep our eyes out on. Another trend that was mentioned, excuse me, and was heightened more so because of this pandemic, is the shift, or the great migration, or great relocation, as some call it, back to the suburbs. There for a while, cities were definitely hot spots and so forth. A lot of folks were relocating to the city. And again, depending on where you're at, that may still be the case. However, because of the pandemic and so forth, I noticed, at least here locally, that a lot of families were looking for more space per se. They're maybe having to have school there at the house now because of lockdowns and so forth, and remote learning. So suburban living was more desirable in 2020 because of that. And now they were saying, some industry experts, that that trend was already on the way, but it was just definitely put on warp speed because of the pandemic, and the importance of that was definitely greater. So they are expecting to continue to see that type of buying activity continue into 2021. I can definitely agree with that trend. I've seen it myself in some of the buyers that I've been working with now. They are working more from home, and that is what they're looking for, is more of a single family suburban type setup for their living arrangements and so forth. Some have school age children that are being cyber schooled. Same thing with rentals as well. I deal a lot with renters, and a lot of the renters that I deal with, again, are looking for that type of setup where they have a single family home. Kids are learning from home. The adult, mom, dad, whoever, they're working from home. So it definitely is more, it's more beneficial to have that space and that suburban setting. That's what I'm seeing more so of. So it's interesting to see how certain events and so forth dictate how we purchase real estate, and how we deal with real estate in general. And like I said, it's interesting to see how both buyer and renters both are taking the same approach and needing the same housing. So that too contribute sometimes to some shortages, because if everybody's looking for the same thing, then there's not going to be much of it left. So needless to say, definitely a great time to take advantage of real estate if you can, whether you are planning on living in the property or investing. The money has never been cheaper, and the interest rates are expected to continue to be low. So borrowing money is a great thing right now. I mean, I don't know when this will end. They're not anticipating that it will anytime soon. So, hey, have at it. Free, not free money essentially, but almost free, you may as well say. It is definitely a great time to be in real estate and to be a part of it, and to definitely take advantage of whatever opportunities lie ahead for it. All right, well, we should have December numbers for 2020 coming up in the next week or so. I also, at some point in time, want to discuss forbearance more in depth and short sales. So if you or anyone you know are in that particular market and may want some more information, feel free to comment below. Also, any other questions or concerns, comments that you have, please make sure you comment below. Until the next video, you all have a blessed one. Take care.